Sports coach. Let the officials officiate and let the spectators be positive. Good sports.
Here at the Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium, getting set for the starting lineup. For the visitors on the scoreboard tonight, the Trojans from Charleston High School comes into the contest at a record of 4-4 on the season, and 0-2 in Apollo Conference play, while your Railers 12-1 on the season and 4-0 in conference action. Earlier tonight, the Railers sophomores were victorious 45-31 for head coach Greg Alexander.
And our Railsplitters of Lincoln Community High School.
Again, we'll be back on the air with Railer basketball Friday night from Mahomet. Railers travel to Mahomet, Illinois, Friday night. Starting lineup for Charleston. First for the Trojans is a senior, number 0, Caleb Hurst. Number 11 is a senior guard, Luke Bell. Also a senior, number 14, Isaac Miller. A junior, number 22, is Cade Landers.
The Trojans come into tonight's game with an overall record of 6-7.
And the fifth starter for head coach Brad Oakley is number 35. I've got him as a freshman, Caleb Oakley. Not sure that is correct, but we'll have to go by. That's it. They said Oakley.
Oh, they did? It's not Bickford? Do we have an incorrect roster once again?
Quite possibly. Now the starting lineup for your Lincoln Railers and head coach Neil Alexander. First out of the tunnel, number 3, 5'10", and a junior, Dylan Singleton.
Number 2, 6 foot and a senior.
6 foot and a senior is number 2, Cameron Whiteman.
Number 5, 6'3" and a senior.
Leading scorer for your Lincoln Railers, 6'3" and a senior, is number 5, Caden Roby.
Number 1, 6'3" and a senior.
Number 1, 6'3" and a senior is Will Ewald, and the last starter for head coach Neil Alexander is number 4, 6'4", and a junior, Landon Hullinger. The Railers and head coach Neil Alexander are assisted by Eric Ewald, Greg Alexander, Brandon Farmer, Josh McClellan, and Zach Dobbs.
Tonight's tip-off is brought to you by Gymnasium Ford Lincoln. Start your new year off in style with a beautiful new vehicle from Gymnasium Ford Lincoln on Lincoln's west side, with fabulous rebates and discounts going on now. You'll save like never before. And the incentives on the remaining 2019s are at their best, but when they're gone, they're gone. Give Todd Engel or Ellen Ackerman a call at 217-732-2111 and let them put you in a new ride. We are set here at Lincoln as the Railers get ready to take the court.
Keeping the lights dim over on the other side.
We're a few lights short here. Well, we'll let them get the light situated.
Maybe. Got one strand. There's one strand. We got a couple more out here.
Hollinger and Hurst set to tip. The ball is up. Hurst gets the opening tip as Charleston gets the first possession of the evening.
Charleston in their traveling gray uniforms. Red pinstripe with some yellow lettering. Railers open up in their home whites. Green on the, I don't know what you call that. The
numbers?
Numbers, yeah, but what's the...
There's a turnover.
Top of the shirt there.
The shoulders.
Well, collar, but, you know, a tank top area where you would have a tank top. Yeah, like the cutoff line there.
Fouls on the Trojans, number 11, Luke Bell.
Fouls on Bell, his first, team first. Railers with their first possession. Game just underway, no score. Singleton with it up top. Hands off to Froby, goes left, now to Ewald. Kicks it over to Singleton. Now Hollinger as the Railers run the little weave up top. Now Froby has it on the wing, gets it up top. They'll swing it around to Whiteman.
Good ball movement here by the Railers, trying to see what. You know, I know Charleston's in a man-to-man, but are they going to come out and pressure? Are they going to stay inside the three-point line and really pack it in? So far, they've really tried to pack it in a little bit and deny the Railers from penetrating.
Railers working it around. There's a three by Ewald. Off the rim, no good. Singleton. And we're going to have a jump ball as Singleton and Miller tied it up. It's going to stay with the Railers as they have the possession now.
Dillon's in there a lot, especially on the offensive rebound. Just kind of hangs around, and the next thing you know, he's pulling down a rebound. Just a jump ball, but the Railers will get it back here after Charleston won the tip.
Still no score.
Now it looks like Charleston will go to a matchup
There's
zone.
a three by Froby off the back of the iron. No good. Rebound comes down to Bell for Charleston.
Yeah, I talked about.
Oh, Bell with a little fake pass. Took too many steps. Another turnover for the Trojans.
Well, and the Railers, we talked about earlier, sometimes get three happy, and so far 2 possessions for the Railers and 2 threes.
No score. 6:30 to go in the first. Singleton drives, pulls up, jumper off the backboard. No good, but he'll be fouled by, I do believe that was Bell. If it is, that's his second.
Luke Bell, yeah, you're right. Picks up his second foul already, so he's going to go to the bench with early here in the third. 6:24, neither team yet to score.
Singleton at the line, shooting 2. First free throw up, and good.
Railers ran their offensive set that kind of isolated Singleton on that one wing, and he looks away and all of a sudden hits a burst of speed and is able to get by Luke Bell. 5, Singleton up with a second free throw. 2-2, the Railers, or 2 for 2, the Railers up 2-0.
6:20 to go in the first. Charleston with the basketball. They'll work it around. Now they'll get it across.
So the Railers moving really well. Scott again, the speed, another turnover. Long arms of the law.
Gets it up to Ewald, who saves it, kicks it back to Froby, over to Hollinger. And the Railers just set it up. That's Singleton now to Ewald.
You saw the center fielder, Will Ewald, in action there. Tracked down that long fly ball and was able to corral it. Tipped it way back to Froby, as you should.
Froby dribbles up off the, not off the backboard, up over the rim. It's good for Froby.
He got fouled, too.
And Charleston needs a 30-second timeout.
You know, Froby goes baseline a lot, Scott. We've watched it for years now going right. And he gets hit in the head more than I've ever seen anyone get smacked in the head. And I don't know if it's because you're going right and you come up to finish left or what the difference is, but he got smoked in the head again. Ref didn't call it, but Caden Abel's strong enough to get the layup to go.
Are you planning for college or retirement? Find out how to afford both. Contact Sal Polis, your Edward Jones financial advisor, located at 1400 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Phone 217-732-4001. Sal Polis, Edward Jones, making sense of investing. A member of SIPC.
3 turnovers for Charleston already, and 1 led to that acrobatic couple plays for the Railers there with Ewald and Froby. But a couple steals for Froby, and then Charleston just getting a little anxious with the ball. There's another one, maybe.
Charleston gets across. Now they'll work it around. There's a 3 in the corner by Braun, no good. Railers with the rebound. 5:20 to go in the first. Whiteman up top. He'll pull up for a 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound comes down to Hurst for the Trojans.
Yeah, three threes attempted for the Railers, and none of those yet to go down.
Now, do we have a 23?
I don't.
All right.
They said it was 23 was Landris. 22 on our roster.
Okay.
Dunk. Boom! Landon Hollinger Hollinger goes baseline with a left-handed dribble and then comes to the front of the rim. And we've kind of wanted that for a couple games now, Scott. We see him go baseline a lot. Hollinger dives into the crowd in front of Coach Alexander, but we've wanted that a few times.
There's a three on the way from Landris, and he's going to be fouled on that attempt.
But he's been around that rim several times. I wasn't here for the Eaton Electrical round robin with that game. Carson reminds me that he's thrown one down already this year. I wasn't here for it. You probably were. But Hollinger drives baseline and gets the crowd going early with his second flush of the year.
It was a home game, so yes, I was here.
Thanks.
6-1. Railers with the lead. Landers makes his second. 6-2, 4:30 to go in the first.
Interesting, Charleston doesn't put anybody on the lane line to get a rebound. They sent all their guys back almost as if it was a fourth quarter late situation where they didn't want to foul.
Or they're just that confident in Landerson's free throw shooting ability.
Well, that or they just want to get back on defense before the Railers score again.
6-3 Railers, 4:15 to go. Ewald for a deep three off the front of the rim, no good. Strong rebound by Miller for the Trojans. They'll get it up to Landris across the timeline. Now they'll work it around. Miller loses it. Kick.
It's got our foot, I believe. I think we got a gift there.
Yeah, we did.
I'm not sure Singleton fouled on that three, but we got a gift back after that one, although they got 3 points on it. But that was off of Froby's foot, it looked like, and then Charleston got called for the over and back.
6-3 Railers. They'll get it down the baseline to Hollinger. Kicks it out to Whiteman. Whiteman pulls up for a three.
Yeah,
got it.
I was going to say, that's the one you got to hit straight on for a Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer. Nice kick out by Hollinger from the short porch area. And,
tapped out there by Singleton. Regained by Landers. Gets it up to Hurst. Now to Miller. Get it down to Landers. He's going to drive a little hook shot. No good. Hollinger with the rebound.
Yeah, Hollinger got a way up for the rebound, tapped it to himself, and then was able to corral it.
Froby to Singleton. Nothing there. Kicks it over to Ewald. Now they'll kick it to Whiteman, who takes a deep three. A little short off front of the rim. Singleton's there for the rebound. Kicks it over to Froby.
Boy, Dylan with 3 rebounds already, 2 of them offensive, and the point guard getting in there, mixing it with the big guys, getting some offensive rebounds.
They'll work it around. 2:59 on the clock here in the first. Whiteman gets it down low to Singleton. He pulls up for a little jumper, rattles around. No good. Rebound Miller for the Trojans.
Well, really just not shooting the ball well so far here. Scott, tip away by Singleton.
Froby has it. Now dishes to Ewald. Up and good.
All right, off defense to offense, Scott. Turnover by Charleston and a layup on a nice dish by Froby.
11-3 Railers.
Ewald with his first basket of the night.
2:30 to go in the first. Now another steal by Froby. Got a 2-on-1 up off the backboard and good for Froby.
Timeout Charleston.
Charleston needs another 30-second timeout, Josh. As we said it before, Railers like to turn defense into offense, and that's exactly what they've done the past couple possessions.
Well, they've done it all year, Scott, and it's been a little bit different of a Railer team that we're used to. You know, normally Coach Al's teams will steal it and almost Coach always taught us that's when you take your break, was bringing it up after you played hard defense. Well, this team's a lot different than what we're used to seeing. When you get a steal, they got guys flying down the court. Ewald, Singleton, Hollinger, Froby's going, and boy, we turned those quick 5 turnovers by Charleston into easy points.
13-3. Railers with a 10-point lead. 2:20 to go in the first quarter. Charleston ball. They'll inbound. Tungate checks in for the Railers as Singleton has a seat.
Yeah, nice first quarter. First quarter for Singleton. A couple rebounds, couple nice tip-aways, some steals, and just what he's been doing for most of the season.
Landers over to Braun.
Yeah, legal screen down on 10 is Lane Harrell. Trying to set a baseline screen and got the elbows out and was moving a little too much for the referee's liking.
Charleston foul, Lane Harrell, his first.
Charleston's going to stay in this zone.
Now Hollinger has it.
Defense.
Now they'll swing it around. Ewald back to Whiteman. 13-3 Railers. Kirby with it on the wing. Now back up to Whiteman. Whiteman for a deep three. Got it. Cam Whiteman with a deep three, and it's a Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer.
Yeah, he's had two from right there at the top.
By Tungate. Gets it to Kirby up off the backboard and good. 18-3 Railers. Started off slow, Josh, but they ended this first quarter with just a ton of turnovers and baskets.
They can really put the pressure on any offense. 10-second call now for the Trojans. And when you get, we talked about it, when you get Ewald and Tungate and Froby and Singleton, of course, up at the top, and those guys are moving like they've been moving for the most part of this season. Boy, those guys in the back, Whiteman and Hollinger can really sit back and look for steals as well, because the passes are coming, because the other guys, the ball handlers for the other team are really worried about getting the ball stolen from them from the top three.
Railers up 18-3. Froby with it. Now to Tungate. Gets it up to Whiteman. Now Ewald gets it to Hollinger. Now they'll swing it around. Whiteman to Froby. Now we'll see if they'll just work the clock, as there's 45 on the clock for the first quarter. Froby's going to take a three. Brought some rain, but it's good, Josh, and that's another Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer.
Yeah, it's almost like the Railers just lull them to sleep. Pass, handoff here, and then Froby
from Miller. Miller hits a three.
Yeah, big Miller, big shot for Miller. So the Railers will be up 21-6 here, heading into the end of the first. They're going to have the ball here with 20 seconds left.
18 on the clock. $15-point lead for the Railers. Hollinger to Whiteman. Whiteman for a three. Off the rim, no good. Tapped out there by Tungate. Miller with the rebound. Throws up a last-second shot. Too hard, no good. And at the end of one, it's the Railers 21, the Trojans 6. We'll take a commercial break. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Fans, we'd like to call your attention to Thursday, January.
(21-6), your score after one quarter of play here at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. Lincoln Railers with the advantage as the Trojans set to inbound to open up the second quarter. Miller gets it into Harrell. Now back to Miller. He pulls up for another three. Got it. Miller with 2 threes in a row for the Trojans, Josh. And
yeah, they found a guy that's
keep an eye on him.
Yeah, you're right. And obviously a guy they're looking to score the basketball, and Miller's done a good job of knocking down a few threes for him.
Froby dribbles, kicks it over to Tungate. Now to Singleton, back to Tungate to Whiteman. Whiteman thinks about a three, pulls up. Jumper left it short, no good. Rebound Miller. They get it up quick. That's Landris. He'll pull it back out. Guarded by Tungate, 21-9. Harrell back to Landris. To Miller. He pulls up for a three. Contested three, in and out, no good. Rebound for the Trojans, Braun. As the Railers weren't real aggressive going after that ball.
No, I saw a few Railers just kind of standing and waiting for someone else to do it rather than we did a real good job in the first quarter of rebounding the basketball. A couple of Railers just standing and watching there. Ball even hit the floor before finally a Trojan was able to pick it up.
21-9. 7:05 to go in the first half. Landris pulls up for a three. Got it. 21-12.
Yeah.
9-point game.
Yeah, a little 6-0 run here by the Trojans on a couple threes on back-to-back possessions.
Now the Railers will work it around. Roby back to Whiteman to Singleton. Tungate will dribble right, spin left, give it to Whiteman. Now Froby.
Little matchup 2-1-2 here by the Trojans.
Froby for a three. Got it. Kalen Froby with a crisp point. State Farm. Three-pointer.
Yeah, the Railers just keep moving the ball around. They get Singleton in the middle, then Singleton pops out from the free throw line, and then so Froby's man had to pick him up on the matchup.
There's a three in the corner. No good. Rebound Whiteman. Gets it to Singleton.
Now the Railers look to push here.
Left. Gets it Ewald. Ewald takes a three. Ooh, look good. No good. Rebound, pop four. Braun comes out of there with it. Now he'll push it to the right. Looks for help and double dribble. As he tried to get through the pressure of the Railers and picked up his dribble and dribbled again.
Yeah, trap over there by Ewald and Singleton. Ewald unable to get a shot to go down so far. He's got a layup on a nice pass from Froby, but a couple good looks from three-point land, and Will just unable to get one to fall so far here in the new year.
24-12 Railers. Froby with another deep three off the front of the rim. No good. Tungate there for the rebound and the putback for Tungate.
Yeah, Tungate, he kind of relaxed on the last time down on the defensive end to go get the rebound, but that time on the offensive end.
Turnover, Trojans. Froby got the ball, scooped it, and now Tungate with the steal. Saved it to the Trojans. That's Landris with it. Now the Trojans drive. That's Miller for a three in the corner. Off the rim, no good. Gets his own rebound. Back up, and good for Miller.
Miller's got a lot of pep in his step right now. Shoots it and gets his own rebound, and then goes and puts it in.
Froby, that's his spot. Nope, no good. Singleton there with the rebound and the putback.
Yeah, Dillon with 5 rebounds now, and 4 of them offensive there with a nice putback. Went up and rebounded, never brought it back down. Just shot it while he's up in the air, and the Railers doing a job on the offensive boards.
28-14, little scoop from Landris, up and good. Trojans hanging in there, Josh. A 12-point lead for the Railers. An 18-point advantage here early on. It looked like the Railers were going to pull away. Three by Whiteman. No good. Rebound by Hurst. Got a 2-on-1. Gets it to Harrell. No good. Whiteman with the rebound. Fought for. Gets it to Singleton. 4:15 on the clock. Now Froby fakes it to Ewald, and Dillon twisted his ankle. And he gets up walking a little gingerly. A little sporadic play there by the Railers, Josh. And,
a lot of quick shots right now. A lot of quick threes. You know, I think the Railers have made a few and then have taken a lot of quick ones where we've not been so accurate on them.
28-16, 4 minutes to go in the first half. Singleton to Whiteman in the corner for a three. Got it. Cam with a crisp point. State Farm. 3-pointer.
Yeah, nice set out of the off the foul foul.
Turnover. Tungate to Froby. Froby goes up. He'll be fouled by Miller, and Froby will go to the line and shoot 2.
Another aggressive defense by the Railers. You get in that trap, and it's only 4 hands, but it looks like about 8 going after the basketball, and they've been really aggressive on their defense all year long, and that's what has helped their offensive output. Now 10 turnovers already for Charleston here. 3:44 left in the second quarter.
32-16. Froby's first free throw is good. Second one, good. Froby's got 14, leads the Railers, leads all scoring. And tipped out of there, out of bounds, off of Tungate.
Yep.
3:40 to go in the first half. Trojans get it in. Landris crosses the timeline. That's Harrell. Back to Landris. Back to Harrell up top. Good rebound. Tungate. 33-16, 3:20 to go in the first half. Railers with the basketball. Hollinger has it in the corner. Now they'll swing it around. Whiteman with it up top.
I'd like to see Hollinger get loose on that baseline a couple more times.
Whiteman pulls up for a jumper off the rim. No good. Proby's there for the rebound. Gets it out to Singleton. Now Singleton in the corner. They'll swing it around. Hollinger. Whiteman in the corner for a three. Cam Whiteman with another. Chris Coyne. State Farm three-pointer. He's got 12, and that's his fourth three-pointer in this first half.
Yeah, all on three-pointers, and the Railers have been hot a few possessions, and then they go cold a few possessions. Hot a few possessions, and then knock down a couple more. So it's sporadic three-pointers, but they're getting open looks, Scott. It's hard to argue with what they're taking. Sometimes it's a little quick in the possession, but not a whole lot of aggressive defense by the Trojans.
36-16. The Raiders with their biggest lead of the night. 2:46 to go in the first half. They'll get it in. The Trojans. Landers with it. Now over to Miller. Now they'll work it around. Braun over to Miller. Miller drives. And his arm as he drove to the basket.
Yeah, it'll be second on Dylan, I believe.
Lincoln's number 3, Dylan Singleton. His second, team fourth.
Team fourth. They get it in. There's Hurst for a three off the rim. No good.
Way out there. Yeah, over the back.
The rebound, and
is 20.
Braun goes over his back, and he'll pick up the foul. That's his first, team sixth.
Well, the Railers need a good possession here, Scott. 36-16 here. Charleston's still in that matchup. 2-1-2. They really tried to take away Dylan at that free throw line.
Tungate gets it down low to Hollinger. Back to Tungate. They'll work it around. Ewald back to Whiteman. Hollinger. Tungate. He'll dribble right. Kick it in the corner to Singleton. But Miller's there to tap it out of bounds. It will remain Railer ball on their own baseline. 2:01 to go in the first half. Railers up 20, 36-16. Will Ewald to inbound for the Railers. He'll get it into Singleton with 2 minutes to go. Whiteman, he'll dribble left, spin right, now back left. Thought he was going to get Hollinger. Oh my gosh. Hollinger got drilled in the face. Went backwards, and lucky he didn't hyperextend a knee.
You would have broke both legs.
Oh my goodness. Whiteman thought Hollinger was falling the play, and Hollinger just got bashed in the face.
Yeah, got hit in the face and knocked him backwards, and almost looked like his feet were in like concrete. They didn't even move, and he just fell right to his back. That's a
well, it's good to see he's okay, because that could have been bad.
Yeah.
Miller with the three, no good. Rebound, Landreth kicks it over to number 40, Oakley. He'll be fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot two.
I think they're going to give it on Whiteman, I believe. Yeah, Whiteman. I was close. It was going to be close to Dylan. Dylan with two already, and he was in that group of three Railers that were going after the block shot, but they're going to give it to Whiteman. His first.
Team fifth. We're saying this is Oakley?
I'm pretty sure that's what Mr. Kurtz said on the starting lineup.
I think we're 0 for 13 on correct rosters.
Makes our job easier. 36-18, the Railers up. Minute 25 left here in the first half.
Singleton pulls up from the free throw line. Got it.
Yeah, he doesn't miss too many of those. He's a good free throw shooter. When you're a good free throw shooter, Scott, you really like that jump shot at about the free throw line, and that's exactly why Coach Al puts him there, because he can shoot it from there, he can pass from there, and he can drive it.
38-18 Railers, 1 minute to go in the first half. There's a deep three on the way, no good. Pop four underneath, put back, no good.
Get on the floor.
On the ground, who's going to come out with it? Then it's the Trojans. Miller over to Braun. to Landris. Landris backs it back out. 43 to go in the first half.
Well, the Railers really
now in the corner.
Really there.
Stripped by Tungate. Tungate kicks it up to Ewald. Ewald, easy bucket for Ewald as Lincoln's transition offense. And it is 40 to 18 Railers, 23 to go in the first half. Another steal by the Railers. Singleton. Whiteman dives for it, and we're going to have a tie-up. That right there is something that it needs to be evaluated, that people diving on the basketball
right.
when it's on the ground.
Well, and it is really controlled by Cam, and then the guys come in and almost pile on it like it's a fumble. But,
yeah,
you know, when it's rarely called a foul when that happens because you want to honor the hustle. Well, some of that's not exactly great hustle. 6 on the clock. Whiteman tried to get it down low. Steal by the Trojans. Last second shot. Up. Swatted out of there by... Whoa. We're going to get Whiteman with the foul, and that was all ball. So we have a couple of free throws coming up for Landris as he went up for the shot, and Whiteman just swatted it out of the air, Josh. Yeah, and they're going to call him for a foul. Yeah, it looked pretty clean.
Landers at the free throw line, shooting 2.
Landers is going to get 2 free throws with no time left on the clock. Ball doesn't lie, Scott. 40 to 18. Oh, now he's complaining about the light being on. He's just lighting the basketball hoop up for you. Come on now. Not sure how that turns off either. You just reset the clock to... Well, who's our clock operator? Joe? It's got to be. All right, boys. 40 to 18 here. Figured out just going to give him one more, even though the light was on for... All right. Second one up. Good. And your halftime score, the Railers 40 and the Trojans 19. Are they going to change the score? Well, a little confusion there to end up. I'm confused. Let's go to break. All right, let's go to break. We'll go to commercial break. We come back. We'll have the Grau Incorporated Schneider Chiropractic halftime show here at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. This is Lincoln Railer Basketball, WLCN 96.3 FM.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the floor your Lincoln Raylet dance team. The Raylets began their competitive season in December in Dunlap and this past weekend at Villa Grove. So far, they have earned a first and second in the pop category, a second in the lyrical category, first and second in state qualification in pop dance, and a top 5 finish for soloist Mia Hollinger. Please welcome your Lincoln Raylet dance team with a preview of their lyrical routine titled Ashes. And our thanks going out to our sponsor for tonight, Citizens for Kelly Elias. Ladies, take it away.
in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic halftime show where the Railers up here at halftime 40-19 over the Trojans from Charleston High School. We'll go through the scoring here. The Trojans tonight are led by Cade Landreth. Cade Landreth with 9 points for Charleston, 8 points for Isaac Miller, and 2 for Sam Bickford. Only 3 scores for Charleston to round out the 19 for the Trojans. The Trojans shoot 5 of 18 from the field. They're 3 of 13 from three-point land. 6 of 7 from the free throw line for 86%. They've got 14 rebounds, 5 of them offensive. Turnovers have hurt Charleston tonight. 11 turnovers for Charleston. For the Railers, they are led tonight by Caden Froby with 14. Cameron Whiteman has 12, 6 for Dylan Singleton, 4 for Will Ewald, 2 apiece for Landon Hollinger on a drive baseline slam dunk, and Seth Tungate with 2. The Railers shoot 15 of 29 from the field for 52%. They were 6 of 17 from 3 for 35%. Perfect from the free throw line at 4 of 4. 12 rebounds for the Railers, 5 of them offensive. Dylan Singleton leads the way with 5 rebounds for the Railers. They had 7 assists on 2 turnovers, 8 steals for the Railers, and it's been points off turnovers on a huge margin for the Railers over Charleston, 19-3. 6 minutes and 10 seconds left here at halftime. 40-19. The Railers are in control. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic halftime show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball. Lloyd Kirby keeping us active and alert here on a Tuesday night in Apollo Conference action. The Railers 40-19 here at halftime. And Scott, really it's been a tale of a half where the Railers have been in control again. Charleston kept it close early, and then the Railers went on a nice run there midway through the first, and then they Trojans went on a 6-0 run out of the first quarter, but then it's been Railers from there on getting threes when they needed to. Not a great percentage for the Railers, 35%, 6 of 17 tonight. But again, it's been that Railer defense that has caused the issue for Charleston. Charleston with 11 turnovers. The Railers have turned those into 19 points.
Yeah, you're right, Josh. And, they just kind of, you said it before, the Raiders won a little bit of a run. And then Miller with some big threes to get him back in it. And, the Raiders still with a 21-point lead. And, you seem to forget that. But, I look for the Raiders to come out and really pour it on to Charleston in the second half, Josh, just to finish it out strong. And maybe get some rest for Friday night.
Well, and it's been this Railer team's been good in the third quarter, been good in the second half this year. I've been able to put teams away. There's been years in the past where we'd have a good lead at halftime and then kind of let that first 3 minutes put on cruise control and have had let teams come back in it. This year, the Railers have done a good job of keeping their foot on the gas, and that's mainly because of the Railer defense. Singleton, Proby, Ewald, Tungate up in the top of that 1-2-2 has caused a lot of problems for a lot of opponents this year.
Let's take another commercial break, Josh. When we come back, we'll have second half action here at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. Once again, your halftime score, the Railers 40, the Trojans 19. We'll be back after this messages. This is Lincoln Railer Basketball, WLCN 96.3 FM. Scott Kirby, Josh Komnick, Lloyd Kirby here with you this evening as the Railers take a 40-19 lead into the second half. I'd like to remind everyone, January 23rd, Railer Nation will show our support in honor of former Washington Panthers head coach Kevin Brown, who passed away in June of 2019. A form of brain cancer. On behalf of the KB Strong Foundation and Coach Brown, we'll be having a gray out night at the game. We will also have a 50-50 raffle, a fan collection that will be donated to the foundation. So please join Railer Nation in honoring Coach Brown and the Washington Panthers by wearing gray. The Booster Club will have a few t-shirts available for sale for $10 if anyone is interested. Trojan basketball to start the second half.
Yeah, the Railers pick up strong defense on boom three
from Landris. No good. Kirby with the rebound.
Yeah, a long one. Not exactly the play you might draw up in the locker room to come out of halftime, but the Railers will take it with a big rebound from Froby, and Charleston out in that man-to-man.
Whiteman kicks it out to Hollinger for a three. Off the rim, no good. Rebound. Singleton there for the rebound. Now Froby, he's going to dribble and get bumped out of bounds. Going to stay. Oh, there's going to be a foul. Okay.
Yeah, foul on
Miller.
Yeah, foul on Miller.
This is his third.
Yeah, Garden Froby, you're right. And I don't think Charleston is able to be without him.
No, he's got 8 points. Landers with 9.
Yeah, and again, that last time Hollinger went up for the dunk on that play and dunked it home. That time they weren't going to have another dunk as
Trojans number 40, Sam
Bickford. It is Bickford.
Team second.
Fouls Hollinger going to the basket along the baseline.
Hollinger's free throw is up and good.
I like to look back at the stats, and sorry we don't have a lot of stats for us. There's Coach Al's computer program crashed a couple games ago, but I would almost guess that Hollinger might be leading the team in free throw percentage. He rarely misses from the free throw line. Doesn't get there as much as Froby does, but I would say he has the least amount of misses on the team so far.
42-19 Railers. Trojans with the basketball. Bell back into the game. Landers tries to get it down low, gets it back.
Well, look at the quick hands. You hear the squeaking sound on the shoes, and you know guys are moving quickly when that happens.
Now they'll back it back out. They'll work it around. Down by 23.
You also know when it's not a real competitive game when you can easily hear the squeaking sound of the shoes.
There's a shot underneath.
Dylan with another rebound.
Singleton.
6 rebounds for Singleton already.
All over the place. Singleton gets it to Froby. Back up top to Whiteman. Hands off to Ewald. He's stripped away by Hurst. He gets it. Gives it to, we're going to say Oakley. He's going to be fouled. Thought he traveled before he even got to the basket, but they didn't call it. And he's going to be fouled and go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, almost just basically put his shoulder into Hollinger and just moved him back. I thought Landon did a good job of just keeping straight up and keeping his body in front of him. But
6:15 to go in the third. Oakley, free throw, short, no good.
He's saying it's Bickford now. I heard Cameron.
Komnick.
I heard Cameron just say it. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, we're going to change Oakley to Bickford.
In case his parents are listening at home.
Well, they've got their own radio station, but I'm sure ours is probably a little bit better. What do you say, Lloyd? Top quality stuff here.
Sure.
42-20 Railers.
Didn't sound real confident.
08. Alley-oop. Whiteman. Singleton. Count it.
Coaches ran that play a few times. A couple times it's worked, a couple times it hasn't this year, and a perfect pass that time.
Well, we're used to seeing that play to 6'8", 6'10".
Yeah.
And now Singleton sneaks in there behind it and
it kind of throws you off guard a little bit.
Jermaine left off.
Yeah.
44-20 Railers.
Not quite the Thunder, but the end result is the same on the scoreboard.
Maybe next year. Ooh, tapped out of there by Hollinger. Regained by Miller. They wanted a foul. As a little bit of contact.
Yeah, I think so.
Down to Bickford, who wasn't looking, and out of bounds. Trojans, Railer basketball.
Substitution for the Railsplitters, number 10, Seth Tungate.
Tungate's going to check in for Ewald.
That's an early substitution, too, for Tungate. Usually he comes in for Dylan. I wonder if Coach is starting to work this substitution pattern a little bit more, and him knowing that there's a lot of games coming up in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, that's a good point, Josh. And Tungate, does a great job when he's in there, so he can afford to do that. Shot no good.
Yeah, and
rebound.
That's
Charleston.
Really, the extent of the bench that Coach Al goes to is Tungate. Every once in a while, you'll see maybe Brody Whiteman come in and spell some.
There's a deep 3 by Bell, no good. Rebound underneath is grabbed by Whiteman. Now he kicks it out to Hollinger. Hollinger trots it up on the right. Now gets it to Froby in the corner. Dribbles in. Lays it up. A little reverse layup. Good for Froby. 46-20 Railers. Froby with 16. Whiteman with 12.
So you've got Tungate out there along with Singleton and Froby.
Tapped away. Out of bounds.
Whiteman and Hollinger are the backs on the 1-2-2.
Charleston basketball. Railers up by 26 points. 4:30 to go in the third. Oh, yeah, they're going to probably get Tungate there as he went around. Tungate picks up his second, team's second.
Team second.
Trojans with the basketball. Landress. He'll get it across timeline. Tapped out there by Whiteman. Stepped on the sideline. Out of bounds. Going to stay with the Trojans.
So the defense still keeps moving, Scott. I don't care the score. 46-20, 4:20 left here in the third quarter. And then Railor defense is still all over the place.
Down low. Miller with the little reverse layup for herself. And Miller has got 10 points. Get it up quickly. Tungate kicks it in the corner. Now they'll swing it around. Hollinger in the corner for a three. Got it.
A nice unselfish pass through by Froby. He had a three, but the guy that was guarding Hollinger quickly came on Froby. Yep. And then Froby kicked it right back to Hollinger, who we've seen him make 20 of those threes from the corner this year, and that's his favorite spot. Froby knew it and kicked it right back to him.
Well, you got to believe Ryan All's listening right now and looking at that score because he likes that 30-point
you get
running
close,
clock.
That means you may get out of here a little earlier.
Froby gets to the basket. He'll be fouled by Miller. Miller just picked up his fourth.
Trojan foul number 14, Isaac Miller.
So he's going to have a seat, I would guess, for a remainder of the third and maybe a majority of the fourth. But by the time that gets here, Josh, it's probably just
Ron and Carroll in for the Trojans.
Grunder's going to check in for Singleton here and give him a break.
Grunder checks in for Lincoln. Froby shoots one.
49-22, make that 50-22. Froby with 17. 3:40 to go in the third. 50-22. Trojans work it around. Landris pulls it back out to Harrell. All the way across to Bell. Now to Braun. To Landris. Landris takes a three. Blocked by Froby. Tungate gets it. We got a 2-on-2. Tungate tries to get to the basket, but he's going to be fouled before the shot. Railers basketball on their own baseline.
Yeah, blocked on a three by Froby, and that Tungate was able to come up with the corral after the block shot.
Whiteman gets it back to Froby, kicks it out to Tungate up top, over to Whiteman. Whiteman for a deep three on the wing, no good. Rebound comes down to Harrell for the Trojans. He gets it up to Hurst. He's trapped by Froby. Now back over to Harrell. To Landris. Up top, 50-22. 2:45 to go in the third. Try to get it down to Hurst. He couldn't grab it. Out of bounds. Off the Trojans. Railer basketball.
14th turnover now for Charleston as the Railers will control here with 2:38 left in the third quarter, up 50-22.
I'd like to give a shout out to Railer fan Wayne Zurkhammer, Josh, who's listening to tonight's basketball game. There's a drive by Whiteman, left a little bit short. Now Charleston. Bell gets it to Landris. Now a little dish to Braun, up and good for the Trojans. 50-24 Railers. 2:05 to go in the third. Hollinger gets it in the corner to Grunder. He'll pull it back out with 1:58 to go in the third period. Froby gets by his guy, kicks it over to Whiteman, loses control, now has it, gets it to Grunder, over to Hollinger, now to Froby. Froby dribbles in, spins, kicks it out. Tungate, nothing there, he'll kick back out to Froby. Hollinger, now they'll work it around. Grunder, Hollinger loses control of it, now gets it back, tries to get it over to Whiteman, almost a steal. Whiteman up, off the backboard, left it short, no good. And we're going to have a foul on the Railers. Hollinger just picked up his second. Team third. Whiteman had a wide open look there, Josh. I don't know. He just left it short.
It's
maybe anticipating some contact.
Or a shot blocker coming over a little bit. But a good drive by Cam. Just hasn't been able to finish.
Rebound, Tungate gets it to Whiteman, 1:13 to go, all the way over to Grunder. Grunder pulls up for a jumper, no good.
Oh, nice drive.
Froby there for the putback.
Yeah, didn't even bring it down, just like Dylan did in the first half. Froby with a big offensive rebound and never brought it back down, just kept going up with it and put it in.
Bell with a three. Not supposed to be doing that.
No.
52-27 Railers. 45 on the clock here in the third. Railers with the basketball. See if they try to close out the third. 30 seconds to go in the third. Railers with the basketball. Whiteman with the up top.
Looks like coach will hold for one here. Not sure if he'll run a play or just have motion offense and see if he can have the guys get to the basket.
And we turn it over. 18 on the clock. Railers 52. Trojans 27.
Singleton will check in for Froby.
Ooh, almost a steal by Hollinger. Now a three by Bell. Airballed it. And out of bounds off the Trojans with 7 seconds on the clock. It will be Railer basketball.
Yeah, plenty of time for the Railers here to get a shot up.
Whiteman to inbound. He'll give it to Singleton. Lets it bounce. Now grabs it. 6 on the clock. Gives it to Whiteman. Nothing there. Singleton up top. He'll dribble. He'll throw up a shot. Off the rim. No good. And after 3, it's the Railers 52. The Trojans 27. We'll go to commercial break. We come back. We'll have fourth quarter action here at Roy S. Anderson. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM. To 27 is your score to start the fourth. Railers with the basketball. Singleton has it up top. Now gives it to Tungate. 5 on the floor for the Railers as number 23 checks in for the Railers.
Brody Whiteman, sophomore.
Singleton, dribble, up, off the backboard, and good for Singleton.
Nice drive by Singleton. That'll give him 10 on the night. Double fingers for Singleton.
Now a steal by Whiteman, Brody Whiteman that is. And the Railers with the basketball.
Singleton also with 6 rebounds.
Grunder for a 3, got it. And that 3 right there puts the Railers up by 30. And we know what that means.
Yeah, the clock continues.
Grunder with a Chris Coyne State Farm 3-pointer.
He's player of the game.
57-27, 7:05 to go. Miller.
Boy, Miller has had a hot first half, but has not done much at all here in the second.
Running jumper, no good. Rebound Hurst, and he'll be fouled by Singleton as Joe Ryan lets that clock run.
That's right. That's his favorite time of the night. He doesn't have to do anything besides unless there's a timeout.
Trojan basketball. Bell kicks it out. Miller for a 3. Got it.
Ooh, and Tungate was right there.
Isaac Miller with a 3. Cuts the lead down to 27. But once you hit that 30-point mark, it doesn't matter. They can get within 1, and the clock's still going to run. Is that correct?
You are correct. Don't second guess yourself. Nice backdoor play, Hollinger. Singleton to Hollinger on the nice backdoor cut, and that's the first one we've seen tonight, Scott, where the Railers have been able to get loose backdoor, and Charleston started to overplay a little bit more, and nice connection there by the juniors. Singleton to Hollinger.
59-30. Little tie-up, I thought. No call. Out of bounds off the Railers. Going to stay with the Trojans. Bell to inbound. 59-30. And it looks like Coach Al is about to empty his bench here soon. Bell with the rebound. Tries to throw it off Grunder, but it was out of bounds. Railer basketball.
Checking in is Jaden Klopp for Hollinger. Elijah Paulus will check in for Singleton. So out there is Tungate Whiteman, Brody Whiteman, Jaden Klopp, Elijah Paulus, and Adam Grunder for the Railers here with 4:45 left in the game.
Sophomores were victorious in their game tonight, Josh.
Yep, got a score of
Whiteman, no shot, going to be fouled before the shot.
45-31. Got a couple of them out there right now. Paulus with a nice game tonight for head coach Greg Alexander, along with Klopp and Brody Whiteman. And now Trent Keeler will check in for Tungate. Long three by Grunder, way off.
59-30, Hurst. And he'll be fouled by Grunder. Hurst will go to the line shooting two.
Making foul number 12, Adam Grunder, his first, team fifth.
Hurst to the line. 59-30, clock running. 3:45 on the clock. Missed the first.
Charleston, second of two.
Raiders will be on the road Friday night. Travel down to Mahomet to take on the Bulldogs, Josh.
Yep. Yeah, we'll be there, of course. I'm not
Hurst
sure
gets
you
the rebound. If I do make it, I will not be on the air, as Justin Tierney will be with you Friday night.
All right, so Tierney will be in the hot seat on Friday night over in Mahomet. And then the Railers back in action here at Roy S. against Chicago Harlan on Saturday night. Talked about it in the pregame, too. The Railers with a tough week the following week. Charleston on Friday at Charleston, and then at Rock Island Saturday night. And then a big one, I'd love to see a ton of red and green. More green than red, because Chatham's got a lot of red, too. But I'd love to see a lot of green in the stands. That would be
Keeler for a three. Oh, in and out, no good.
January 20 on a Tuesday night. That's a 7:30 tip for the varsity, and Chatham's got a really nice ball club this year. Undefeated in Central State 8 play so far.
The three from Landers, no good. Rebound comes down to the Railers. Keeler crosses timeline. Now gets it to Paulus. Keeler for a three in the corner, no good. Rebound, Klopp, nice. He kicks it back out, but it was on the baseline, out of bounds. Trojan basketball.
Yeah, good hustle by Klopp going in for the offensive rebound. I tell you, the Raiders have done a good job tonight on the offensive board, Scott. Several for Singleton, of course, but a lot of them 7 on the night for the Railers, 8 now on the night for the Railers on the offensive boards.
59-30, Railers with the lead. As we have some more substitutions, as number 34, Peyton Cook checks in. And number 22, Tyler Saucy.
2 freshmen. About 6'4", both boys about, Cook goes about 6'3", Saucy about 6'4". Contributors on that freshman team. Saucy gets a little action on the sophomore as well. So you got a lot of youth out there right now for the Railers.
Cook. Now they'll get it in. There's a three on the way. Got it. Number 35 for the Trojans. Oakley. There's our Oakley.
There he is. Cook wears the number 34, just like his uncle.
59-33 Railers. Under 1 minute to go in the basketball game. Grunder kicks it over to Cook. Now back up top. They'll swing it around. Saucy gives it to Keeler. Keeler in the corner to Polis. Now Grunder. Grunder gets to the lane. Goes up a shot. No good. Rebound. Fought for. Now Cook has it. He's going to go up. Be fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
I believe this is Peyton's first attempt at the scoring column in his varsity career. I think he's got in a little bit in a couple games, but yet to get in the scoring column.
Hurry up, or he's just going to be his last as the clock is running. And got it to go. Hit every side of the rim, Josh, and went down for Cook. And the second free throw up, no good. Grunder rebounds. Keeler with it, and time expires here at Lincoln. Your final score, the Railers 60, the Trojans 33. We'll go to break. We come back. We'll have the Incorporated Schneider Chiropractic postgame show here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Railers victorious here on Tuesday night, 60-33 to improve their record to 13-1 and a perfect 5-0 in Apollo Conference play. We'll run down the scoring for you. First for the Trojans from Charleston. They were led tonight by Isaac Miller. Isaac Miller with 13 points. Miller had 3 threes tonight. 9 for Cade Landris. 3 apiece for Sam Bickford, Caleb Oakley, and also Luke Bell, and 2 for Jackson Braun. 33 points total for Charleston. Charleston shot 10 of 34 from the field for 29%. They were 6 of 23 from three-point land, 26%, and 7 of 11 from the free throw line for 64%. Charleston had 24 rebounds, 8 of them offensive, 5 assists on 15 turnovers, and 1 steal for the Trojans. The Railers were led tonight from their leading scorer, Caden Froby. Froby with 19 on the night. Nice, efficient night for Froby. 7-11 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, and 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Froby with 4 rebounds, also 2 assists. Give Froby 19 on the night. Cameron Whiteman finished with 12. Singleton with 10, 4 of 6 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 6 rebounds for Singleton to go along with 3 assists. 9 points for Landon Hollinger. 4 points for Will Ewald. 3 for Adam Grunder. 2 for Seth Tungate, and 1 for Peyton Cook, the freshman. The Railers shoot 47% from the field. 22 of 47, 18 of 25 from 3, 8 of 10 from the free throw line for 80%. 24 rebounds for the Railers, 9 of them offensive. They had 10 assists on 4 turnovers to go along with 9 steals and 1 block. Bench scoring for the Railers, 6. Charleston 5. Points in the paint, the Railers dominated 26-8. Second chance points 12-10 over Charleston, and in points off turnovers, the Railers again with a huge margin 23-4 over Charleston. Again, the Railers victorious 60-33. We'll be back here. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic postgame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer basketball.
Your final score here at Roy S. The Railers 60, the Charleston Trojans 33. On with us right now, Coach Neil Alexander. Coach, congratulations, another big victory here. Some home cooking finally. It's been a while since we've been at Roy S. Anderson, and the Railers come out tonight, and you take it to the Trojans. And a very important game to kick off a stretch of games here in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, you know, we have a big game Friday night at Muhammad. That'll be a really good test for us. You know, they've got Division I player. They got athletes around them that are very physical and strong. So Friday night will be a big test for us. So playing on the road, you got to win road games, and you know, this is one that we've got to really be much more focused in practice and our preparation than what we've been. And you know, it's hard to tell them. You know, we're fighting a little bit. Will Ewald's got a blood blister on one of his toes. It's really got him slowed down, and that's one of the reasons he didn't play as much as he's been playing. We're trying to get him to be healthy. He's going to get it drained tomorrow to see if that'll help it out and see if we can get it cured. So I think they need a demonstrator, so I recommended you that you could
my toes are fine. A scary moment in the game early on.
He was worried about Hollinger. I think he broke both his legs when he
got
went down.
hit in the face pretty hard first half, Coach, and kind of bent him back a little bit, and boy, it didn't look good. Luckily, he came out of that injury free.
Luckily, he's 17 and a good athlete.
Now, me, broke me in half. But, Coach, the kid's back into school, back in the swing of things now, and, you know, maybe get a little more focused as the second half is kicking off here. And, you know, you guys just kind of hitting on all cylinders again, you know, hitting the outside shot and getting a lot of turnovers that turned into offense.
Well, I thought early in the game we missed a lot of driving lanes that we didn't get to. We played on the perimeter, especially the first 3 minutes of the game, where there was some driving lanes that we should have had, to whether we got to the basket or not, at least would have opened up some step-in threes and so forth. So it was a game that, and like you said, we're finally back in school, and hopefully the kids will get back in a routine and things, and their focus will become much better. And you know, our practices when we didn't have school weren't very good. I don't know where their minds were, but they sure weren't on getting better, and that's what we have to do every day in practice, is get better and work on it. I thought tonight we had some good ball movement. Yeah. I'm not sure they knew how to try to guard us, and I think we are a hard team to guard, whether, you know, you're going to zone us or you're going to man us. How are you going to defend us? So I think our kids are picking up, and that's one of the things that we've got to work on doing, is being able to adjust to what people are trying to do. So we shouldn't turn the ball over 2 or 3 times before we adjust to what they're making or doing to us. So that's some things that we've talked about and we're working on and everything. So you know, hopefully we're going to see man-to-man Friday night, good, strong man-to-man. They're going to muscle us up, and I think that would be their goal, is, you know, are they going to be able to be physical on us enough? So it'll be a great game, a great challenge for us, and Muhammad always plays us very tough, so playing at their place will be another challenge for us.
Coach, your defense has always been really good, but I don't know if I've seen it as good lately as we have seen this in a stretch. I'm just looking back at some of the scores. Effingham with 39, Belleville West with 34, Mount Zion with 20, 36 for Troy, 35 for East, Belleville East, Mundelein 50 in overtime, and 40 to Southeast. You put up 33 tonight. Not only you're stopping guys, but boy, once you stop them, the Railers are quick to the basket to go score.
Well, this group here is one of the few groups that we've had, or that I've had, that's been able to get out and go. But we've got basically five guards on the floor. All five of them can handle it. So that makes us to be able to do a few different things. But it's a fun group. They're fun to watch. They get out and go, and our defense and it was posted on Twitter the other day that each level, 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, the best defensive averages, and Lincoln for 3A has the best defensive average. So that's quite an accomplishment, and they're focused on that, but they sure aren't focused on it during the week when we want to work on it.
Practice?
I would say, boy, Seth Tungate, I thought, had a very good basketball floor game. He's not going to score for you a lot, but boy, he was all over the place. He made 3 or 4 hustle plays, diving for him. I thought
Dylan right there. Dylan with 6 rebounds tonight, and probably 4 of them are on the offensive end. So again, another nice performance. Coach, a lot of games in some weeks coming up here. We were just looking back, Mahomet, and then Chicago Harlan this weekend. Then again next weekend, Charleston, Rock Island, and a big one over in Chatham. Lack of depth for your team. I always, your concern is foul trouble, but do you have any concern with as many games you have coming in, the lack of depth that you guys have, just a little wear and tear on your guys' bodies?
Well, that's where the practice times are coming into. We're trying to figure out how to monitor that to be able to let them keep their legs underneath them and so forth. So I don't want to tell them, but we've ran a little bit, not a lot, and it'll probably continue that way unless they get me mad.
If they continue to play like this, you can give them some rest. But if you find something that needs worked on, then I guess you address that situation when it comes. Now, Komnick did nominate Grunder as player of the game as he hit a big 3 to put you up that 30-point mark.
Correct. Yeah. Any guy that does that is always my player of the game.
I didn't know we hit it, and the clock was running. I looked at, did we hit the 30-point mark?
And Joe was on the clock, so you just never know.
Yeah, Joe's ready to go home.
Yeah.
Well, Coach, we'll let you get out of here. As a Tuesday night, kids have school tomorrow, and get them ready for Friday night as we make a road trip down to Mahomet Seymour to take on the Bulldogs.
Yep, and hopefully we'll have our good crowd there to help us out, because I think you'll see a really, really good basketball game.
Yeah, they'll be ready for us, I'm sure.
They'll be pumped up.
All right, Coach, thanks, and we'll see you down at Mahomet Seymour. Josh had to do it for us here in Lincoln. Our next broadcast will be Friday at 7:30 as the Railers are on the road to take on the Bulldogs from Mahomet Seymour. Our broadcast will begin with the pregame show starting at 7 o'clock. For station manager Jim Ash, studio producer, director Paula Kodat, and Josh Komnick, this is Scott Kirby. The Railers now stand at 13-1. We hope you enjoyed this broadcast, and we'd like to thank our listeners for listening and our sponsors for sponsoring. This has been a production of WLCN Sports 96.3 FM. We ask you patronize our sponsors and say thank you for allowing us to bring you Railer basketball. From Lincoln, Illinois, good evening, everyone. It's time to send you back to the studio for the Classic Rock Experience, starring Jeff Number 2 on the Nighttime Fix 96.